Alright, we back in this motherfucker today. First off, let me just give you the proper introduction.
Alright.
We have a legend in the building. A man who's contributed to the local or just the music game, period. I won't even put you in a local box. You know, this is a man that I watched come up, has been in the game as long as I've been in the game. Like, as long as I've been yelling shit, this man has been yelling shit. So without further ado, you know, one of the first local Clinton rappers that I've met. You know what I mean? I watched your career. I watched you come up from a pup to a big dog. I want to welcome to my Talk Greezy audience a DJ Mercenary, Mr. Mercenary, however you want to call it. Welcome to Talk Greezy, baby. How you doing today, man? Let my people know who you are and what we got going on in here today,
First,
baby.
Great introduction.
Yeah,
amazing. I appreciate that. I'm very humbled by that, actually. What's good, y'all? It's the Midwest homie, the C-City legend. It's your boy, Mr. Mercenary. I'm repping it for Clinton, Iowa, right here in my home state of Iowa. Love it. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for almost 20 years now. In October, it's gonna be 20 years. It's crazy, man. Like, I've seen a lot. I've been through a lot. So that, 20 years in the music industry, I've done everything from engineering to producing beats, recording other artists. Man, I've done a lot of projects, done a lot of shows, so we're gonna get into a lot of that today, I'm sure.
I can dig that. So I keep hearing you saying, and I know, but I want my Talk Greezy fans to know, you say you're from Clinton, Iowa. What would it be like being a local rapper in a small town like Clinton, Iowa, or even as the state of Iowa as a whole?
Well, I mean, as far as the hip hop scene goes, it's in Clinton. There's a few of us doing this shit still. I mean, there's a lot of us that have been doing this for a while now. It's difficult at times, because you're coming from a small town compared to like a big city like Chicago or Des Moines or like Milwaukee, St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? When you get into those bigger cities, the market's a lot bigger in those areas. So working in a smaller market area, my goal was we started local, and then eventually we decided to start branching out in Iowa, and we actually did two summer tours, 2 years in a row, 2018 and 2019, and both those tours went really good. We had a great time, had a lot of fun, a lot of drinks, a lot of smoking.
I can dig that. So dig this, coming from a small market, such as a place where you're from, and being able to achieve a lot of the things that I know you achieved,
right,
that we about to get into, and let my Talk Greezy audience know what you've achieved. But coming from that small market, what are some of the areas and genres and different ventures that you were able to pull off in this small market?
Well, we basically put together a festival. It was called Wastedpalooza, and
wait a minute. You said, say that name again?
Wastedpalooza.
Wastedpalooza.
Yes, sir.
You got to explain that to me.
All
Talk
right.
Greezy with me about that.
So, check it. We started this off. It used to start off at a bar called Apollo's back in the day here in Clinton.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
I remember
doing
Apollo.
shows there like quite often, and ended up coming up with we wanted to do a festival, so we did like a little local thing in a bar, called it Wastedpalooza.
I like that.
And I think it was in 2018 we threw the very first legit Wastedpalooza Fest. We had camping. We had a lot of local talented hip hop artists come perform. A couple names I can think of right offhand would be like Jordan XO.
I can dig that.
I believe NDK was there.
I remember him. Yeah.
Conductor. Unique the Conductor.
Shout out Conduct Beats.
QCJ.
Shout out my man QCJ.
Man, I know there's more, and I'm sorry if I can't remember right offhand. You know,
was wasted.
It was wasted.
He was wasted.
Good time. And the surprising thing is, I didn't start getting too wasted until towards the end, because I wanted to be coherent enough to actually try to run that first time.
I can dig that.
But we supplied the camping for people because we wanted to be safe. It was like it was kind of like a hip hop Woodstock in a way. You know what I'm saying? We had hippies, we had hip hop heads, metal heads, just all sorts of people show up, had a great time. Everybody enjoyed themselves. I think a lot of people were on some other substances as well. We're not going to talk about that, but
need that weed. I can dig that. And me being up and coming up in the game in the era that you were in, I heard a lot about Wasted Palooza. Now, how did that was just a one-time thing, or get a little bit into that with me? Talk Greezy with me.
This was, I believe, the 6th annual Wasted Palooza, and it kind of grew and built up every year. And I mean, over the course of the years, we've had quite a few of the talent that are local here in Iowa, Illinois. We've had them come through and perform at these. I believe we even had somebody from Wisconsin as well come through. So, and then the 6th annual was the biggest, and it just blew up. It was a free festival because we were trying to get, spark people's interest in the whole situation and see what we could do. And we did like a wasted beer chugging challenge or something like that.
I can dig that. I can dig that.
And so we had a contest like that, and people had a blast. We got the people involved. We had a couple different games, and we had giveaways courtesy of Phoenix Gifts here in Clinton, Iowa.
See, man, I ain't gonna let you slide, man. Like you saying 6th annual. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what the fuck that means.
Right.
6th annual. That means 6 of them. I ain't even got 6 fingers on one hand. You know what I mean?
Right.
That takes a lot of determination, dedication, blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To make it to a 6th annual, and still to be able to grow, and even to reach to what you said. You had people from Wisconsin even come down. That's major. From like what we put in a small market,
right?
That you and I both are in.
What? We still have people to this day wanting to go to Wasted Palooza. We didn't get to do it last year. Funds weren't the best at the time, so we didn't really get to do Wasted Palooza last year, which we wanted to, and then we lost the land that we had. So right now we're on the search for a new piece of land, and we've got a lot of awesome stuff in store. When I say we, I talk about my label, Wasted Entertainment. We've got a good team going on right now. We're working on some things.
I can dig that. Now, we are in the coronavirus era, and it's got a lot of shit shut down right now. You know what I'm talking about? Do you see a 7th annual Wasted Palooza in your future?
Well, we're gonna cross our fingers and hope 2021 is a lot better, a lot more calm, and a lot more peaceful. And we're gonna try to put on Wasted Palooza 7 sometime next year. We're hoping around our May date that we usually have Wasted Palooza, but it's all in the air right now. But we want to bring the best hip hop festival we can and have it and show people how positive the messages are that people come out and send to everybody that are artists. You know what I'm saying? So
I can dig that. Now it sounds like you're on the verge of coming up with something major. I mean, from the name and everything, has there ever been a major artist? Or do you have, because you've been in the game a long time,
right.
Do you have any experience with any mainstream or major artists out here in the game?
I've actually opened up for Crime Mob
I can dig that.
You know, like I was
Nuck if you buck.
Hey,
Nuck if you
I was
buck.
down with that shit
Hey, I
back in
can
the day,
dig
man.
that. Rock your motherfucking hips. God damn it.
Yeah.
I can dig that.
So like,
Matter of fact, shout out to my man's is the one who first brought them down here from what I remember. So shout out to my man's for that too.
right.
Shout out to Crime Mob, you know what I'm saying? One of the hardest groups. You
Man.
feel me? But go ahead, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good, bro. You're good. The show was pretty fucking sick though. And then not only did I perform with Crime Mob, I got to perform with some of the dudes that I always inspired off of, which was Cottonmouth Kings. Which has been one of my favorite groups.
Wait, say that name again? Look, talk Greezy with me. Let my fans hear you. The Cottonmouth Kings. God damn it. Talk Greezy with me.
Reverb, and man, that was just like one of the best feelings ever to be able to open up for a group that I inspired off of. And they, you know, they always had some positive messages in their songs, and so it inspired me to do what I do a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig that.
So
I can dig that. Now, is there any other people that you just made? I'm gonna ask you your favorite artist.
okay.
But is there any other major or mainstream or somebody that you look up to in the game that you had the experience to work with?
Not yet, but I would love to work with some bigger names. You know what I'm saying? Like some of my favorites would be like DMX.
Ooh.
DMX back in the day that was hard as shit.
Hey yo, dog.
Yeah.
Hey yo, dog. I can dig that.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Anybody else? Talk Greezy with me.
Ice Cube for sure.
Ooh, I like your taste, baby.
Ice Cube. One of my all-time favorites right now.
America's Most Wanted?
Hell yeah.
Talk Greezy with me, man. That's one of my favorite artists too. So while we on the subject, I mean, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Ahead.
Anybody else?
Man, I would love to work with like a legend like Rakim. Rakim is one of the greats in the game, man. One of the greats. I actually got a chance to see him in concert down in the Quad Cities, and I'll tell you what, man, when you see Rakim come to the Quad Cities, you go to that show. You don't see Rakim around this area much, let alone out there doing stuff much nowadays. But hey, that's a legend right there. That's a legend.
I can dig that. I can dig that. So I was doing a little research on you, Playboy.
Okay.
And it kept coming up AMMA Awards. Now, a lot of my Talk Greezy fans, and you know we deep out here.
Right.
A lot of us don't know or have never heard of AMMA Awards. Talk Greezy with me about that. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, it stands for the American Marijuana Music Awards.
Wait. The what?
American Marijuana Music Awards.
Man, hit this weed, man. Cause my Greezy people, my Talk Greezy people, man, we've never heard of it. Shed some light on that shit for me. What the fuck is that?
So,
say it again. The
American Marijuana Music Awards.
So that's a marijuana. That's in America. You can get an award for marijuana and music.
Yeah, it was basically about like songs that are for like smoking and marijuana and shit. So.
Is that just something you attended, or did you actually receive an award?
I actually won 2 awards.
Wait a minute, my friend. You won 2 AMMA American Music Marijuana. Did I say it backwards? American Marijuana Music.
American Marijuana Music Awards.
And you've won 2 of those.
2 of those.
That's in the whole United States of America.
Correct.
Talk Greezy to me.
One for Best Rap Song, which was posted on the corner.
That's the name of it, posted on the corner.
Posted on the corner.
Tell my Talk Greezy people where we can find that. Can we listen to that on social media?
I should be able to find it on ReverbNation.com/mistermercenary.
I can dig that. Hey, my fans, you know what to do.
And it's MISTER, not the MR.
Facts.
So, just in case you look it up, that's what you would be looking at.
I can't let you slide though. You said you got more than 1 award. Talk Greezy to me. What's the other one about?
The other one was for the best hemp song, and it's probably one of the most popular songs that I have ever put out. It was called Hand Me the Lighter. And man, that was a great song. Obviously, it won an award.
Hey, I can dig that.
That had like, if I remember right, it's got about over 5,000 hits on Reverb. So from all the time it's been on there.
And that's coming from somebody in a small market, like you say. And
Right.
now, you say this is an American awards. Is there any other mainstream or major artists that may have received an award as well? Or is this just something local?
There's a guy called Chief Greenbud, if I remember right. He won an award, and he's pretty popular as far as his genre goes. And I'm trying to think who else. Honestly, it's been so long, and it's been a lot of smoking and too much drinking.
I can dig that.
You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely. Hey, that's a major experience, man.
It was featured on a few different podcasts. It was on the John Doe Show. It was on Normal's Daily Audio Stash, and one more. I just can't think of the name of it. Otherwise, I'll give it a shout out. But
hey, I'm just get right into it. You know what I'm saying? A player like you and such as myself, we both been in the game a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shed some light on your longevity to my Talk Greezy audience. You know what I'm saying? How long have you been in the game, man? How long you been doing this shit?
It's gonna be 20 years in October that I've been doing hip hop.
20 motherfucking
20
years.
years, man.
That's a murder sentence.
Yeah, that's a long time in the game.
You feel me?
I've seen a lot. I've done a lot. Performed a lot of shows. Met a lot of awesome people on the way. You know what I'm saying? It's been a great journey. It's been a real great journey, actually.
I can dig that. So, were you just an artist? Have you been in the management, productions? How many albums have you dropped? Shed some light on your career for
So,
me.
let's see. I've got 5 solo albums, and I'm actually currently working on the 6th one. And at this point, you know, this could be my last album. I'm not saying it is, but I can't predict the future, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say that in a year from now I'm still gonna be able to do what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying?
I can
But
dig
I'm not saying this is my last album either, so
that. I can dig that too. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the greats retired and then came right back.
right.
So I can definitely see that you are one of the greats, definitely a veteran, and you know, we got off into the crime mob, and you know, you was telling me how you opened up for them. Is there anybody else that you've opened up for, or any other type of experiences that you'd like to shed some light on for my Talk Greezy people?
Let's see. Well, I actually performed at the band shell out on the riverfront here in Clinton, Iowa, and it was an honor to be the first hip-hop artist to ever step on that stage, considering if you look at like other genres like Blue Oyster Cult performed there, I want to say REO Speedwagon, Ted Nugent, if I'm not mistaken, George Thorogood. There's a few others, you know, that have been on that stage. And so for me, it was an honor to go up there, first of all, to perform.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then to be the first hip-hop artist to perform on that stage was just an honor for me, you know what I'm saying? Especially for being my hometown, you know, that was an honor for me to do that.
You deserve an award for that in itself. You know what I mean? Being the first hip-hop rap artist to perform on that platform, I tip my hat off for that. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
You know, that's pretty slick. You know what I mean? You know, that's history.
Right.
You feel me? And you got a lot of history in this area. And so, have you, like, because most local artists, you know, the name of the game is you get in, you put your friends on, you start your own label,
right?
Woo wop the bam. Is that something that you ventured off into? Do you have, or have you been on a local label or any type of entity of that nature?
Pretty much my own for pretty much my entire career, actually. Wasted Entertainment's been around for 10 plus years, and that's the company that I started as far as my label goes, you know what I'm saying? And we've had a lot of great artists, coming onto the label. You know, I've worked with a lot of great artists that wasn't on the label. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Quad City artists. Trying to think. There's been so many people that I've worked with that have done shows with over the past 20 years. It's just like some of those people it was an honor to step on the stage with. You know what I'm saying? Like some great artists in the area. You know, I give a shout out to all the artists in the area because they put on for their city. They're putting on, and like you said, a smaller market. And you know, it's just good to see when other artists are out here doing their thing, you know.
Yeah, and I can dig that. That's local as well as industry, or underground, however you want to pull it.
Exactly.
Just speaking of artists, you know what I'm saying, local artists, national artists, what are, and this is what I like to ask, you know what I'm saying, when people come in and holler at me on Talk Greezy, what are your top 3 artists? And that could be any genre. I don't give a fuck if it's country, hip hop, rap, trap, R&B, pop. You know what I'm saying? What's your 3 favorite artists right now? It don't even have to be of all time, because like I was saying, like I like to say, that shit changes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like the weather.
Exactly.
What's your top 3 right now?
Top 3 right now, definitely Method Man.
I can dig that. Meth?
His lyrical skills, man.
Meth? Okay.
Joyner Lucas.
Ooh.
I like him. He's got skills, man. Some sick bars, man. Some sick fucking bars. Yeah, Joyner.
Okay. I can dig that. Give me one more.
Let's see. I'll do like an underground artist like Vinny Paz.
Vinny Paz.
Very lyrical. If you
I can
never
dig
heard
that.
of him, I suggest checking him out. Very lyrical, and his songs are really amazing from what he does. You know what I'm saying? You can just tell like he feels what he's saying. You can just feel that emotion, and that's what I love about doing music. Is like trying to put that emotion into it. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig that. So it sounds like, man, you into the lyrical side of things, you know what I mean? The lyrical aspect of the music.
Yep.
You know, with the names you just gave, you know what I'm saying? All of them were lyrical. You know what I mean? Lyricists on a major scale. Is that what inspires you, lyricist, or what inspires you to keep going, man? Because you've been out here, you said 20 plus years. I'm going to put the plus in back of that, because it's been more than 20 from my vision.
Right.
What inspires you out here to keep going?
I'm trying to do like a positive type of deal, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to put out a positive message and show people like, hey, you know, even in the darkest of times, there's still light, you know? We need that light, because with everything going on in the world right now, on all the crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? We need that positivity right now, you know? And that's, if I could put out any message, you know, is we need more peace and positivity in this world.
I was doing my research on it. What I found on you was something about a positivity movement. And you're speaking positive right now. Right. Talk Greezy with me about that. What's going on with that?
Well, I try to post on like social media and stuff to help people stay positive by giving like positive messages. You know, showing that, hey, you know, stuff is hard right now, but you gotta keep a positive aspect on stuff, because there is still good stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta try to get past all the dark shit that's going on with the pandemic and all the riots and stuff, you know. It's crazy right now, you know. And then on top of that, Iowa just having a hurricane here, you know what I'm saying?
You feel me? The fuck you mean a hurricane in Iowa, man? But that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah.
I mean, that talk right there is real greasy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Somebody gonna have to get greasy with me on that. Yeah, you gotta have to shed some light on that, goddammit. A hurricane in Iowa. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get back to the situation at hand. You know what I mean?
Right.
We've been through. How many albums you say you done dropped?
I'm about to drop my 6th solo album.
Your 6th solo album. Let's talk about that 6th solo album. You got a name for it yet?
It's gonna be called Last Stand.
Last Stand. I can dig that. And have you started working on that, or you know what I mean? Is there?
Yeah, actually, I just started writing it about 2 months ago, and I'm almost done with the entire album.
You put the work in.
That's right.
I can dig that. And you know me, I've heard one of the, I don't know if it's the first, but I've heard one of your songs, man. And I'm gonna go ahead. I don't know if I'm goddamn me leaking it but you got a song called Randy Savage. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
This shit was off the motherfucking chain, man. Talk Greezy with me about that. How you come up with that concept?
Well, I was just sitting there listening to the beat, you know what I'm saying? And then it just hit me like, man, I'm gonna elbow drop these haters. Might as well call me Randy Savage. And that's when it hit. I'm like, oh shit. I got the beat for it. Started coming with the concept. Wrote it. And that's a wrap right there.
Man, I can dig that. I can dig that. And I mean, man, I know your stomping grounds, you know what I mean? I've stomped on the grounds you stomped on. Your name has always been ringing a bell. You know what I mean? You're one of the real, keep it real people that I came in contact with from your region. You know what I mean? Because there do be some sucker shit going on, if I must say. But I like the way you move, man. I watched your improvement throughout the years. You know what I mean? I like how you work from not just one aspect. I mean, you went from an artist to putting other artists, opening up an avenue for other artists in your region to be seen by throwing shows like Wasted Palooza. And it's been more than that.
Yeah.
I've seen you open up for a lot of people, man. I just want to, you know what I'm saying, give you a round of applause for everything that you have done for the community that you do stomp in. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you your roses right now, you know what I mean? And I want to be able to let my Talk Greezy audience know where they can find you at, man. And that being YouTube's, is you streaming, you know what I'm saying? Share some light, man. How can we look you up and dig deeper into your situation?
If you want to hear more, you can go to like Spotify, ReverbNation. It'll be under Mr. Mercenary, MISTER, Mercenary, MERCENARY. You can find me on Apple, iTunes Music, Google Play, even Napster. I didn't even know that was still a thing, but you can still go with that.
I can dig that.
You can find it on YouTube. I got a music video on there right now called Keep It Positive. If you haven't checked it out, do yourself a favor and check it out. It's good positive music. And obviously we got the new track coming out called Randy Savage.
Yeah, boy.
There will be a music video coming out for it. Everything's in the works right now, but I'm excited for this, and I'm excited for y'all to hear this brand new stuff I got coming out. So it's gonna be good.
Man, I can dig that. Man, thanks again for sliding down on a motherfucker. You know how we do, talking Greezy with me. We talking shit and swallowing spit. You know what I mean? Hey, stay positive, baby. Don't forget, check my man out on all social media sites. We got the new album finna drop. Check the new motherfucking single, Randy Savage. The new video dropping. You know what I mean? Look down at the bottom. You'll be able to see all of that shit to look my man up. You know what I mean? I salute you. Another veteran in the building. You know what I mean? And until we meet again, I'll holler at y'all bitch ass. Ayy.